yogis. Welcome to the ode to the full moon flow that we're going to be doing today. For today's flow, you're going to need 2 blocks and 1 blanket. So make sure that you have those nearby and you can pull them in. Take a moment to slide them to where your practice area is. And then let's get started. So as you begin to make your way onto a comfortable seated position of your choosing, soles of feet can be together. You can take your knees in a crisscross position. Wherever you're at with your knees, option to bring the blocks underneath you, or even to sit hips to heels, sliding a block underneath your seat. But as you arrive here, take a moment to kind of pull the flesh back a little bit, rocking a little side to side, and then come to get comfortable in the seat. And take a moment to bring your palms together at heart center. And on your in-breath, take your hands and reach them toward the sky. As you take your exhale, take a side bend, almost like a half shape of a moon to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend toward the left. Inhale back to center. Take a pause here, separate your palms. Inhale to draw your fingertips toward one another, almost like you're holding a full moon. And as you exhale, press your palms toward the earth. Inhale, reach your full moon rising hands to the sky. And as you exhale, take a seated forward fold as far as you would like to go. This doesn't have to be super far. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, soften into this fold. You have the option of taking the blocks onto or underneath your palms. Breathing in here and breathing out. You can walk your finger pads toward the right hand side. You'll feel a little bit of a side opener here. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale, bring your hands to the opposite side. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale to draw your palms slowly back through center, and then walk your fingertips back in line with your shins or your knees. Step your hands behind you and bring your feet out in front of you with your knees bent. And press into your hands. You can lean back a bit here and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. And the next time that your knees fall to the right, let them fall completely to the right. So maybe the arch of your right foot is in line with or close to the left knee. Left knee is bent, left heel behind you. And take a twist toward the right. Left hand can come onto the right knee as you exhale. Shift your gaze any amount past that right shoulder. Awesome. Inhale to draw your gaze slowly back through center. Track your knees back through center. Hands come behind you. And then take a moment to find the crossing of your legs in the opposite direction. Again, take a moment to kind of allow yourself to rock side to side, find that sweet spot. Settle into this shape. Bring your palms together. Take a breath in, reach your palms to the sky, and we're leading with the left this time. So as you exhale, side bend toward the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Separate your palms as you exhale. You're about to grab the full moon, and then on your in-breath, fingertips touch, holding the full moon between your hands. And as you exhale, draw your palms toward the earth, completely emptying out your breath. Inhale, full moon rising, reach your fingertips out and all the way up overhead. As you exhale, full moon forward fold. Allow your palms to come down to the earth or to the blocks. Take a breath in here. And take a breath out. Walk your hands toward the left-hand side of the mat. You'll feel a side stretch along the right side body. Inhale to draw your hands directly through center, any amount. Again, here, this doesn't have to be a dynamic fold. And then as you exhale, gently walk your hands toward the right-hand side of your mat. Maybe you'll feel this along the left side body. And you're only taking these postures as far as it feels comfortable for you. Draw your hands back through center. Super slowly walk your hands up toward your shins or your knees, depending on which seat you've chosen. And then plant your palms behind you. Step your feet in front of you. We're going to take our twist eventually on the opposite side. But before we get there, let's windshield wiper our knees side to side. And then on your next exhale, as your knees fall to the left, let them fall completely to the left. Call this like a deer or a stag pose. The right knee can be toward the left arch of the foot or behind it. Take a breath in, draw the left hand anywhere it wants to land behind you. Right hand can come toward the left knee. Take a moment to lengthen through your back body, and as you exhale, deepen into this twist. On your next in-breath, take a moment to slowly bring your gaze back through center. Unwind your knees back through center. And let's take a moment to make our way into a tabletop shape. Make sure you take a blanket to protect underneath your knees. If you don't need that blanket, you can just bring it off to the side. If you want to, you can take your blocks, move them toward the upper part of the mat. We'll move them around a few times here. But take your hands and your wrists underneath your shoulders. So wrist crease underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a moment to tuck your toes, and on your in-breath, shine your heart forward to find your cow shape. As you exhale, round into your spine to find your cat shape. Inhale through your cow, let your heart shine forward. Exhale through your cat. Take a few rounds of that with your breath. And then if you want to add a little bit more movement to this, as you inhale, toes stay tucked. And as you exhale, maybe you're flipping to the tops of your feet and rounding into your spine for your cat. So as you breathe in, tuck your toes, shine your heart forward. As you breathe out, flip to the tops of your feet, round into your spine, chin draws to your chest. A few more rounds just like that, breathing in and breathing out. Your next inhale, take a moment to find a neutral spine here. Tuck your toes behind you if they weren't already in that particular position. Walk your hands a handprint in front of where you're at. Press your palms into the earth and lift your hips back and up. Find your downward facing dog. Just walk your dog a little bit here, bending into and alternating which knee is bending. Awesome. And then start to slowly walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. You'll meet somewhere in the middle of your mat. Slide your blanket off to the side. And keep a deep bend in your knees. Take this forward fold. Your hands can come toward the blocks or to the earth. But keep that deep bend to protect your lower back. Let your head be heavy here. Maybe shake it. Yes. Maybe shake it. No. And then press deeply into your feet as you super slowly come up. And then once you arrive in this shape, I'm going to invite you to turn toward the long edge of your mat. If you have your blocks, bring them to face the same edge that you're at right now. And take a moment to like roll back and forth on your feet. You can rock to your tippy toes, rock to your heels, kind of finding that sweet spot as we come to find our Tadasana. And the same moon salute that we did while sitting, we're going to do while standing, and then add on just a tad to it. Eventually come to find a moment of stillness, pressing down into your feet. And on your in-breath, draw your palms together. Take a breath out. Next inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend toward the left. Inhale, back to center. Separate your palms like you're catching that beach ball. Inhale to draw your palms toward one another. Exhale to press your palms toward the earth. Inhale, full moon rising. Reach your arms out and all the way up. But this time, step out wide into a star shape. So take a pause in this star shape. Kind of reaching opposite direction with your fingertips, finding some length here. Take a breath in here. Tip your star toward the right. Maybe you're looking up past those left fingertips. Inhale to center. Exhale, tip toward the left. Inhale, back to center. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, invite the left hand toward the right thigh or shin for a gentle twist. Inhale, back up. Taking these star twists on the opposite side. Right hand comes anywhere it wishes to land. Inhale, back up. Take a pause here. Take a moment here to turn your toes toward one another. And then as you exhale, turn your right toes out to the right side. Start to lengthen through your right fingertips, and as you exhale, you're finding your triangle pose here. Breathing in. Option to create a full moon with your hands or your arm in one direction. And then switch that direction as you feel ready in the opposite direction. Your next in-breath brings you back up to center. Turn your right toes to face the same direction as your left toes. And then turn your left toes out toward the left-hand side. Take a moment to reach through your left fingertips. Find your triangle pose on this side. Same option, maybe you're making a big circle with your arms or arm, and then switching that out in the opposite direction. Next in the breath, come all the way back up. Turn your toes to face me. And then draw your heels in and your toes out. Bend into your knees here. Take a pause. This is our goddess shape. And just pause here. Reach your arms out to the sides, but flip your palms to face the sky. And as you exhale, draw your fingertips towards your shoulders. And just make like little tiny circles in one direction. Breathing in here. And breathing out. And then press into your feet. Reach your arms out to the side. Flip your palms to face the earth once again. Hands come on toward your hips. And heel toe your feet back through center. Take a pause here. You're going to repeat that, leading with the left side this time. Press into your feet. Reach your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, draw your hands down to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take your side bend left first. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, separate your palms like you're holding or about to catch the full moon. And on your in-breath, fingertips touch to hold that full moon. Exhale, palms draw toward the earth. Inhale, full moon rising. Exhale, step your feet out wide. 5-pointed star, breathing in here. Take a moment to tip toward the left-hand side first as you exhale. Inhale to center. Tip toward the right. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. Exhale, right fingertips come toward the left leg, twisting in any amount. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twisting in your star toward the right. Inhale, back up. Turn your toes to face one another. As you exhale, left toes turn out. Reach through your left fingertips, find your triangle pose here. This time pausing. Breathing in, maybe you're looking up toward the sky, toward where the full moon would be. Inhale, come gently back through center. Turn your toes to face the same direction as your other set of toes toward me. Exhale, turn your opposite toes out to the side. So right toes turn out. Reach forward with your right fingertips, triangle pose. Hold it here. Hand can be on your shin or thigh or even a block. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Next in breath, come back up. Turn your toes to face me and then keep them facing in this direction this time. Take a bend in your knees and reach your palms down toward your blocks. And this is like a wide-legged downward facing dog, but reach your arms forward, maybe find a little bit of extension, bending into your knees here, breathing in and breathing out. And then slowly walk your fingertips through to center on or off the blocks. And we're gonna come to gently draw our feet toward one another. Soften your knees to the earth. Maybe you're working your way through a tabletop here. And then eventually come to land onto your hip points. Take a moment to find a wide-legged shape here. Maybe you're choosing to bring your blanket underneath your seat before you land in this shape. Wide-legged forward folds. And as you arrive in this shape, options to take the sole of the left foot toward the inner right thigh. You could take your blocks and frame out on the medium setting, so kind of here, or even here on the highest, experimenting with what feels best for you. Breathing in, as you breathe out, soften toward the right leg. And then on your next in-breath, take your right arm alongside or down that right leg and reach your left arm up and over. So taking a side bend toward that extended leg. This doesn't have to be a massive side bend. Inhale up through center. Take the left hand behind you. We're coming into stargazer pose, which is a fun shape, but I'm going to show it to you and then you can decide if you wish to do it or not. As you're here, you're pressing a little bit into the outer left shin, lifting the hips up and bringing the arm behind you. So plant into your left palm, lift your hips up, and maybe you're looking up toward the sky. Exhale, the hip softens, side bend back to the extended leg. Inhale back up through center. Take a moment to switch sides. Sole of the right foot comes in toward the left foot. Frame out the left leg with the blocks. Hands can go onto the blocks. And this left leg can be extended more towards the front or even out to the side. So noticing what shape feels best for you here. Inviting a breath in, long breath out. Slide the left arm alongside the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over, side bend toward the left leg. Any amount. Inhale, come back up to center. Take the right hand behind you, optional stargaze here. Reaching, maybe lifting the hips up. Exhale that down. Awesome. Take the soles of your feet together. You can butterfly out your wings. And we're going to come to rest on our back body here. So whenever you're ready, maybe you're sliding the blankets underneath your head. And we'll stay in a reclined butterfly shape. So as you bring the blanket underneath your head and your neck, you can take the blocks underneath the sides of your knees, soles of your feet together, knees out to the sides. And you can turn and adjust the height of the blocks to what feels best for you. Draw one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And if resting in this reclined butterfly shape doesn't feel restful, you can straighten your legs out in front of you. Take a pause here. Allow yourself to channel the effects of this ode to the full moon flow. feel free to hit pause. Otherwise, begin to draw your knees in toward your chest and roll to the opposite side. But I would highly encourage you to take a rest for at least 5 to 7 minutes. This is where I will close you out. I appreciate you and your practice. Thank you for being with me today. Peace, 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 dear yogis. Thank you, thank you.